world's largest governing body, the National Wrestling Alliance.
Hello, Charlie Platt, Ric Stewart. Welcome once again to Southeastern Television Wrestling. A great hour coming your way. A lot of great athletes on today's program. We'll be seeing in action the former Southeastern heavyweight champion, Vic Rain.
Yes, the reigning Southeastern heavyweight champion, as he promised, the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol will be wrestling live on TV in today's television main event, plus several other top-line stars.
Like a six-man tag match on television.
And the Alabama State heavyweight wrestling champion, Boris Zurkoff. You see the Rat Patrol Incorporated will be going into the arenas and taking some very important looks at some tremendous matches that happened just in the last several days. All in all, a very important 60 minutes of Southeastern wrestling.
And interesting personality profile be coming to you live on today's program. And also, the National Wrestling Alliance has ordered the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller to sign on this program today a contract to defend the Continental Heavyweight Championship here in the Southeastern Wrestling area. This order coming down from the National Wrestling Alliance. And before our first interview segment today, in fact, in just a few moments, Mr. Fuller will be joining us for the signing of that contract. Continental Heavyweight Championship match will have to defend here in the Southeastern Wrestling area. Right now, let's go to the ring for our first match of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's first match will be one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Your referee is Larry Brock. Now entering the ring at 240 pounds, Toronto, Canada's Vic Rain. His opponent, now at ringside at 215 pounds, Pace, Florida's Randy Penton.
Former Southeastern heavyweight champion Vic Rain, quite a bit of controversy surrounding this man, especially on the use of that boot. Well, we've seen many good men fall in that ring, and that boot certainly played a key role in winning several matches for Mr. Rain here in the Southeastern Wrestling area.
Vic Rain now with the advantage on Randy Penton, a man out of Pace, Florida, who has done quite well for himself in the amateur ranks, made quite a name for him in and around Pace. Now, finding himself in the grips of one of the most, well, shall we say, outrageous individuals in pro wrestling. But Randy Penton, acquitting himself quite well, turns around to a reverse hammerlock and lays a knee into Vic Rain, the former Southeastern heavyweight wrestling champion. Penton now with the advantage. Referee Larry Brock very closely checking the action inside the ring. Vic Rain is a devastating competitor, to say the least, but I think Charlie, what makes him so especially dangerous is little maneuvers like you saw right there. Those short forearms that come from nowhere, the short chopping right hand, and the total disregard for any kind of rule structure at all.
The disappointing part about that, Rick, is the fact that Mr. Rain is a excellent athlete, and most times does not have to resort to some of the tactics he does to win a match or gain control in a certain situation. It just seems to be a part of his personality, shall we say.
It comes to the surface with alarming frequency, too. He sees, Randy Penton hit that floor with a thud that you could hear all the way across the television sports arena, and Rain just pacing back and forth, a look of what you have to call nonchalance in his eyes. Vic Rain's got a lot of matches upcoming in the Southeastern area. Specifically, he's trying for a Texas death match against Jimmy Golden, and if I was Vic Rain, I don't think I'd be just as nonchalant as he is in the ring right now.
Rain with a good forearm to the side of the head to Penton again. This young man certainly come a long way in his career in pro wrestling. Excellent amateur background, excellent all-around athlete. Randy Penton. One, two.
He came very close to his first win on television. A sunset flip that caught Vic Rain completely unaware, but Rain, the consummate veteran, moves right there. Small package by Penton.
It was Rain, though, in those bottom ring rope that kept the pin that time. Hard right to the side of the head. Now Penton fires back on Vic Rain. And Vic Rain may be regretting right now the lightness drops it from Randy Penton that says Vic. Wait a minute. Rain saw that one coming and stepped back.
Again, we see some of the marks of Vic Rain, but I think he may have been a little unprepared for the onslaught. Oh. A power slam. Now surely he could have made the pinfall. Would it? It looked to me, Charlie, like he may have adjusted that boot in the corner.
Could have. As we mentioned earlier in the match, that's a fact that we've seen the very decisive factor in a lot of range matches, that controversial boot. And nevertheless, he is the winner of our first match today on Southeastern Television Wrestling. And I see coming out to join us, he might look a little reluctant about coming out today, and certainly we know why, because the National Wrestling Alliance has ordered Mr. Fuller to defend the Continental Heavyweight Championship here in the Southeastern Wrestling area. Not anywhere around the country, but here in the Southeast, Mr. Fuller. And this is something you said you would not do, right?
You're right. I said I wouldn't do it. Okay, Bob Geigel up there in Kansas City, you think you know so much about this area down here. You may be president of the National Wrestling Alliance, and you may have control of the Continental Championship as well as the World Championship, several other championships, so I got to defend it here. But I get my choice of opponents, and I've been waiting to the last minute because I want to make things
well, that's something else. This order came down Monday, and you have yet to make up your mind as to who you're going to wrestle, and I have a little message for you from Mr. Geigel. He is most upset, and all people in the National Wrestling Alliance, with your arrogance and how you have...
I don't care. I wait until I feel like it. I don't want to sign this match to begin with, and you give me that list of opponents. I've looked at them already. Give me that. Give me that.
Here you are.
8 opponents. They give me a choice of 8 opponents, and I should have a choice of 20 opponents here instead of 8. And I want you to look at this list. Dory Funk Jr., no way. Austin Idol, no way Austin Idol's going to get a title shot with me. Dusty Rhodes, are you kidding? Bob Armstrong, no way Bob Armstrong. No way he'll get a championship match. Harley Race, no way. Jimmy Golden, no way he'll get a match. Michael Hayes, a return match. Michael Hayes, a return match. No way, Michael Hayes, you'll never get a shot at it. And I'm going to pick this guy right here, G.A. Jacker, because I ain't never heard of him. That's the man you got a contract. That's who I'll wrestle. I'll be glad to beat G.A. Jacker. They put my name there. I'll take care of G.A. Jacker, boy. In fact, I wish he was here right now. I'd beat him on TV. You know, I'd beat him right here on television. Mr. Fuller, you might want to take another look at this list. That was a typographical error.
We're sorry about that.
The GA is an abbreviation. There shouldn't be a period there. It's an abbreviation. GA is short for Georgia. And Jacker should really read Jaw Jacker. That's what Georgia, Jaw Jacker. Jaw Jacker. I know Jaw Jacker. Bull. He does a nothing to me again. He is Jaw Jacker. He has good choice. Jaw Jacker there. Speaking of which, here you are, sir. You see it right now? You picked this. Now beat me, brother. You went down the whole list. You wouldn't take anybody but me. Right here it says G.A. Jacker. That stands for G.A. period. And they left out the Joe. But brother, I'll leave him to go Joe Jacker. He's got it. I got the contract, the Continental title. He's got to pick me. Now he's got to beat me, brother, the Joe Jacker.
I think everything is taken care of in that respect.
Well, it's only the end serves to justify the means, and that's certainly a well-deserved mean for Ron Fuller.
He will be facing the Georgia Jawjacker as he signed the contract for the Continental Heavyweight Championship, and we'll be back with more of Southeastern Television Wrestling in just a moment.
More than 60 years, Lee Rogers Tire has been serving the needs of Alabama mining, business, and industry, and cars like yours. This week, you get a free $100 savings bond when you buy 4 Uniloyal Steelers or Tiger Paw Plus steel-belted radial tires. That's right, a free $100 U.S. savings bond when you buy 4 of these selected sizes. And prices start at just $52.95. Plus, you can charge it 5 ways. And remember,
we don't want all the business. Just you. For your TV needs, call 328-8736. For your stereo needs, call 328-8736. For your appliance needs, call 328-8736. For all your household needs, call 328-8736.
Quick TV and appliance rentals rent to buy plans will get you what you need today.
Just call 328-8736 or visit 1506 2nd Avenue North across from Sears.
Need relief from athlete's foot?
Feel the Definex difference.
And there is a difference because medicated Definex does more than just cure athlete's foot. Want cooling, soothing relief?
Feel the Definex difference.
Definex soothes burning feet, cools tender feet. Want relief from cracked, itchy feet?
Feel the Definex difference.
Definex relieves itching, gives real foot comfort, and used daily, Definex helps prevent reinfection. Feel the Definex difference.
Magic City Dodge challenges all other dealers to a showdown. Bring us a price quote for signed buyers' orders and newspaper ads, and we'll gun them down. And whether it's just a little D50 pickup with a base price of only $49.95 or a full-size Dodge pickup with a base price of only $59.95, you'll buy more trucks for your money every time right here at Magic City Dodge. Now, you know, some of these dealers will tell you I can't do it. They'll tell you I won't do it. But, you know, if I tell you Rooster Dip Snuff, look under his wing. You'll find the can, partner.
The excitement of Southeastern Championship Wrestling returns to Birmingham Statoil Auditorium this Monday night at 8:30. You'll see Rick McGraw take on Michael Ragin. Alabama State title as Rick Gibson challenges Boris Zurkoff. Texas Deathmatch when Jimmy Golden meets Vic Rain. Six-man tag. The R.A.T Patrol Incorporated take on Jerry Stubbs, Arn Anderson, and Billy Spears. Then the Southeastern title is on the line. Falls count anywhere in Boutwell when the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol defends against Hustler Rip Rogers. And in the main event for the Continental Heavyweight Wrestling Championship, the Georgia Jawjacker challenges the Tennessee Stud Ron Fuller Monday at Boutwell Auditorium.
And up in the arena, and one of the men who will be very much involved in that coming out to join me now, that is Vic Rain. He is a Texas death match with Jimmy Golden Falls Do Not Count.
That's exactly right. You want to talk about excitement? Well, I'm excited. There's very few things that excite me. But inflicting pain is one of them, Golden. And you are the dumbest person I've ever met in my entire life. But don't worry about it, because I brought this for you, because when I get finished with you, you'll always have a profession. The same as you are now, a rugrat. Tell him, Rain. You going down, Golden. And I've got my lawyer on the phone right now. You ain't getting away with this, Charlie Pratt. I know y'all had a big time out here, making me look like a fool or something. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I'm not going to have to defend the title against no jawjacker, against Bob Armstrong. I am going to take my championship, and I'm going to leave like I said I was going to. And Bob Armstrong, Georgia jawjacker, whatever, you can forget any championship now.
Well, that remains to be seen, and let me remind Mr. Fuller of this. He has signed the contract, and I think he's in the late stages to be calling a lawyer in this particular...
Let me just say one thing. I don't care who you get. You can get a lawyer. You can get Terry Mason if you want to, because I got your name right here. And you don't have to need nobody to make a fool out of yourself. You do that pretty good by your darn self. And I'll tell you one other thing. I may be the first man to hold that Continental title with a mask on. Continental title is down. The name is on the contract. There ain't no getting out of it. He's going to defend it right here in the southeastern area, and the Jawjacker's going to win. And, brother, what you do to Vic Rain, I want you to do a bunch to him.
Right on, brother. I'm going to tell you something, Charlie. Two people may be saying that I'm a little bit crazy that I've asked for this match, Texas death match again with Vic Rain. The last Texas death match I had with him, I ended up with a concussion. But the only thing I want is one more chance at it. That's the match I was hurt in, and I want one more chance at it, Texas death match. And Vic Rain, I'm going to tell you this, sonny boy. I got that boot off of you last time. I'm going to get it off again. This time I'm going to hang on to it, sonny boy, and I'm going to wear your head out in the arena. I'm going to put you in the hospital this time. It's a little bit of payback time, sonny boy, and you be ready for it. You be ready for a fight, because I owe you, buddy, and I'm going to pay you every piece of skin.
Ladies and gentlemen, this event won for a 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my left at 221 pounds, Atlanta, Georgia's Les Freeman. His opponent at 265 pounds, from Russia, the Alabama State heavyweight champion Boris Zurkoff, managed by Billy Spears.
Okay, part of the Billy Spears family now in the ring. Referring, of course, to Boris Zurkoff, the Alabama State heavyweight champion, taking on Les Freeman. This is our second match today on Southeastern Television Wrestling. Six-man tag action to come today. We'll also be going into the arenas and taking a look at some very important matches that have taken place over the last couple of weeks. The Universal Heartthrob, the Southeastern Heavyweight Champion, on television in action today. Off tonight will be here. All in all, one of the greatest hours ever of Southeastern television wrestling, so you stay with us.
The Alabama State Heavyweight Champion, Boris Zurkoff, now squaring off against Les Freeman. Zurkoff has really hit his stride here in the last couple of weeks. After gaining that Alabama championship, he fought Rick McGraw all over the area, and now has signed for a match with Rick Gibson, who we'll see later today on television wrestling for that Alabama State Heavyweight Championship. Zurkoff not really giving Freeman a chance to even... Zurkoff. Freeman's got to have some kind of back trouble now for getting jammed into that steel post. So the ease with which Boris Zurkoff manhandles his opponent is phenomenal. The only thing that comes from is just hours and hours of constant training under the guidance of Billy Spears in the gymnasium.
Zurkoff now holding his man over those ropes. There is that shot right into the chest area.
And Les Freeman's just writhing on the floor in obvious agony here at the television sports arena while Zurkoff paces like a caged animal. Billy Spears obviously had a lot to do with Boris Zurkoff's mental attitude. It seems like he's on edge all the time, Sonny. Freeman managed to partially block a shoulder tackle and now starts out on Boris Zurkoff, pulling him back into the corner. And we may be...
Freeman a little too anxious there. Had Zurkoff going into that turnbuckle, but experience pays off in the end.
That's the kind of mistake you don't make against Boris Zurkoff. You only get one mistake with this guy in the ring, and after that, it's pretty much all over with. Zurkoff now clamping in with that Cobra Clutch, which for several months was outlawed by the National Wrestling Alliance. It cuts off the carotid artery to the brain, works exactly the same way the sleeper hold does. And Zurkoff has had problems in the past, not only with reviving his opponents, but with his willingness to revive opponents once he's applied that hold on them in the ring.
And your winner of the match is the Alabama State Heavyweight Champion, Boris Zurkoff, of course, at ringside with his manager, Billy Spears. And we'll be back with more of Southeastern television wrestling. Right now, watch this very important message.
You know, in every professional sport, there seems to be one particular man who personifies that sport. Of course, you think of Muhammad Ali and boxing. And many fans here in the Southeast, many fans all over the world, when they think of professional wrestling, think of the new Southeastern Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol. Austin, first of all, welcome back. And I know that the flood of emotion that's greeted your return by fans all over the Southeast has really meant a lot.
Well, it certainly has, and I appreciate those kind words, Rick, and I just hope that we're going to keep Idolmania well and alive right here in the Southeast area. There's a couple things I've got on my chest, and I feel like I want to get them off my chest. I've been out of the area for a while, and now just returning, I've noticed a couple changes. And one of them is Ron, the Tennessee Stud Fuller. And really, I don't really understand him, but I guess he's got his mind made up what he wants to do, and I think he'd be a perfect MC at anybody's party. And the MC don't stand for no master of ceremonies, darling. It stands for mental case. That's what Ron Fuller really is.
Well, situations going on here in the Southeastern area where when you talk about anything going on in the Southeast, you've got to talk about Billy Spears and the family that he's gathered around.
I could care less about any Billy Spears. It don't mean nothing to me.
Well, the situation now, of course, with Austin Idol is the Southeastern Heavyweight Wrestling Champion bears mentioned, of course, with possible defenses coming.
Well, wait a second, Rick. Now, when I said the family, I would like to mention one thing. The one guy I really am surprised about is Jerry Stubbs. I call him Mr. Olympia because that's the way I like to think of him, as Mr. Olympia. And I'm really shocked and surprised that Jerry Stubbs, Mr. Olympia, could be sucked into some kind of a plan from anybody. I always thought he was his own man, and I really think, Stubbs, if you'll sit back and take a good, hard look at yourself, take a real good close-up of yourself, Olympia, and maybe get your head screwed on right, you'll find that there's still people out here that really want to see you wrestle the way you can wrestle, and you know how to wrestle.
Tough title defense is coming up this week for the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol. We're going to take a look here in just a couple of minutes. A very important match involving the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller and Bob Armstrong. Out to join us at the desk, of course, longtime favorite Jimmy Golden. Jimmy, just late quickly, I'd like to say that the fans here at the Television Sports Arena have gotten together and got through this plaque, which reads the most popular and outstanding wrestler in the southeastern area, Jimmy Golden. And on behalf of them, I'd like to present it to you.
Thank you very much, Rick. It's mighty fine to know that you got people backing you up, and that's what I need. It helps me in the ring, and I appreciate it very much. I'm very honored.
Okay, Jim, the reason we asked you out here today was to take a look at a piece of videotape, and if we could go ahead and roll that upstairs. It happened in a Texas death match between Ron Fuller and Bob Armstrong. And you know all about Texas death matches. We were just in one that saw you get a concussion.
Well, they're a very dangerous match, Rick, and most every time you have one, somebody ends up getting hurt or carried out. They're very interesting matches, especially this one with these two people in it, and you know, there's a lot of bad blood. And right here, you see Vic Rain come in, load his boots, kick Bob Armstrong in the head. He reaches over, gets Fuller, puts him on the top. And I've been kicked with that boot, and I was kicked more than once, and it, ended up in the hospital with concussion. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to stand by and watch this kind of stuff. And I saw an opportunity here to even things up a little bit, so that's exactly what I did. Fuller there being half out and not knowing where he's at, he had a piece of iron or something on his hand. I took it away from him, and brother, I jacked his jaw right there, and the Georgia jaw jack is going to be doing the same thing to him. And you see right here, things are evened up a little bit. And I'd just like to say this, that you see Vic Rain, you see Ron Fuller now. It seems like every time that you turn around, one of them's behind the other one. And me and the jaw jack is going to be sticking together, brothers. This is war. I'm going to be watching his back. He's going to be watching mine. And right there, Bob gets the count and the 10, and the fall's over with right there, and Fuller's supposed to answer the bell. And I don't think that he was able to. He looks like that his lights is out right there, Rick. And that tickles me pink, brother, to see Bob win this match right here.
Well, while we're talking about Texas death matches, Jimmy, I know that you've signed a contract to meet Vic Rain in a Texas death match, even though there's no titles on the line. This is the way you got hurt at the very start. Do you worry about that going into this match?
Well, it does. It makes you a little bit nervous, but I'm going to tell you, I've never been a quitter, and I'm never going to start quitting now, brother. I'm going to finish this thing to the end, and I've asked for the Texas death match, and I'm going to take care of it, Mr. Vic Rain, and Georgia Jaw Jack is going to take care of Ron Fuller, brother, and you know what, they've got a Continental title match coming up, and I'm going to see to it, brother, that the Jaw Jacker gets a fair shake, and that Vic Rain is not going to be in the ring and stabbing him in the back, because I'm going to be standing in the crowd somewhere, they don't know where, but I'm going to be watching it and making sure that this thing is an even match.
Well, one thing's for sure, Jimmy Golden is back, and as you can see, in just the best shape ever.
That's true, Vic. I've been in the gym training, working out hard, and like I said, it's not a title match between me and Vic Rain, but it's a personal thing now. He sent me to the hospital, and he's been running roughshod over a lot of people here, brother, and it's time for it to come to a stop. And like I said, I'm going to be watching the Jaw Jacker's back. He's going to be watching mine. Fuller and Rain, we know what you got up your sleeve, brother. We ain't playing no head games with you. You come down to the ring, and you be ready for a battle, and we're going to take it to you.
We'll be talking to Jimmy a little later this hour on Southeastern Wrestling Plus. The Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol, a six-man tag, and a very special personality profile is next here on South.
Sarah Dustin, Centerpoint, Bill Whiten, Dustin Hensley, and Crown Dustin.
Welcome to our personality profile segment of Southeastern Television Wrestling. My guest today, Billy Spears, and members of his family of the Southeastern Tag Team Champions, the Alabama State Heavyweight Champion. And what we're going to be discussing is partially an incident that took place. It started here on television last week, Mr. Spears. Tommy Gilbert was injured at the hands of the R.A.T Patrol trying to protect you. Had some cracked ribs.
Yeah, he tried to protect me. You all saw what happened last week here on TV. You know why Tommy Gilbert did what he did. My mother's really grateful for Tommy to do what he did, man. He went out there and saved me from possible tremendous injury. And in return, he was the one that got injured.
And he did that very night go to the arena and try to win the United States Junior Heavyweight Championship. Let's go to the arena right now and see what did take place when he did step in the ring with Scott Armstrong. Gilbert, as you can see, as he enters the ring, having a bit of difficulty even maneuvering.
Well, he shouldn't even have been out there to start with. I tried my best to get him not to go all the way down to the ring, and in the dressing room, I was trying to talk to him and tell him not to go. He's very intent on wrestling. He wants to do his job and do it well, and that's why my mother respects him as well as she does. The man is out there to do his job and do it well, and he does well, and I tried my best not to get him out here. I'm still trying to talk to him, tell him not to come out here. He's still hurt. It's just, he has so much enthusiasm about it. He just wants to work when he's supposed to, and he's trying his best. Here's the match gets started right here.
I have to admire this American. He's one American I admire very much because whoever wrestles with broken ribs, it is very hard to breathe. No matter how you move or what you do, you can't breathe. It's very dangerous.
I'm sorry, Tommy Gilbert. I didn't mean to do that.
It looks as if, Mr. Spears, you have no business in the ring anyway. The match is between Scott Armstrong and Tommy Gilbert, not Gilbert, Spears, and Armstrong.
It got started before I could ever get out of the ring. I didn't mean to hit Tommy, but my mother understands. She knows what's going on, and she's seen this film too, and she knows what happened. I'm going to tell you one thing right now. Tommy Gilbert is hurt. He's out. But Tommy Gilbert will be back, and the Rat Patrol will pay for it, Tommy. When he gets back, I want you to make him pay, my friend. He's out now. He's hurt, but he will be back, and the Rat Patrol will have to pay then, my man.
Interesting situation. Mr. Gilbert did protect Mr. Spears here on television last week. He received the injury.
I don't know why you don't have the film from last week to show what what he did. You had the whole dang Rat Patrol out there.
Well, you see what took place. Regardless, the Rat Patrol still the United States Junior Heavyweight Championship holders. Right now, let's go to the ring for our next match of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, this very special six-man tag match will be one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Your ring officials remain the same. Now entering the ring, the team of Michael Ragin, Paul Brown, and Rick Gibson. At a combined total of 680 pounds, the Rat Patrol Incorporated.
Six-man tag match on television today. All three members of the Rat Patrol Incorporated will be in action. Johnny Rich, Scott Armstrong, and the Tonga Kid. They'll be taking on Ragin, Brown, and as you see, in the ring right now, one of the favorites for a long time here in the Southeastern wrestling area, Rick Gibson. And this should be some kind of a match, Rick.
Well, it's very rare you get to see a six-man tag on TV. It's just the kind of thing that Southeastern wrestling likes to do, to bring the best matches to the fans at home watching television wrestling. It's also unusual that you see six scientific competitors going at it in the ring. This promises not only to be a very clean match, but a very, very exciting one as well. I'm really looking forward to this.
Quite a challenge upcoming for the Rat Patrol. Excuse me for interrupting, but, we're talking about six-man tag action. We're seeing it now. In the arena sign, the Rat Patrol will take on Jerry Stubbs, Arn Anderson, and Billy Spears will be in the ring in this six-man tag action. A lot of times, Mr. Spears might end up in the ring, but this time, legally, he will be in the ring as a competitor. But the pressure is on the Rat Patrol. There is a stipulation in the contract they signed. I understand if they do not defeat the team of Anderson, Stubbs, and Spears, they will get no more Southeastern tag title matches.
Indeed, more of the machinations of the mother of Billy Spears. Just the kind of thing that Spears is known for, the roundabout way that he goes about things. However, although in his prime he was one of the greatest wrestlers in the South, he has been retired from active competition for now 6 or 7 years. It's going to be real interesting to see what happens when Michael Ragin completely tipping up over the top of Scott Armstrong. Armstrong was ready for it. Ragin catches with an arm drag, and look, Armstrong got him off balance, a lateral press. Almost a pinch. I'll tell you, you don't see action like this anywhere but on Southeastern Championship Wrestling, Charlie.
I tell you what, we have got one going here. Back in the grip side headlock. Johnny Rich in for the team of the Rat Patrol. Rich holding on to the side headlock. Hip toss takedown. Maintains the headlock. However, Ragin rolls him over 2 count. Rich comes back in control. Again, Ragin rolls up his man over. Quite a scientific match we have going here.
Johnny Rich with the advantage now on Michael Ragin. He's up, catapulting himself off the corner turnbuckle to tag the Tonga Kid. And we see the first appearance of this Samoan star in the ring. Here's a guy that... the island of Samoa has always been a hotbed of professional wrestling. I'm thinking of stars like Paramount High Chief Peter Maivia, of course, Superfly Jimmy Stika, the fabulous Samoans, all have made great marks for themselves in pro wrestling. And I predict that over the years you'll hear more and more about this Tonga Kid until he rises to be one of the real superstars of this sport.
Good takedown by Ragin. However, Armstrong did not relinquish that hold. And Mr. Brown sees action for the first time today. Collar and elbow with Scott Armstrong.
You know, Charlie, from time to time I get to go to a lot of the matches around the southeastern area and visit with a lot of the fans. And it's been interesting to me to note that the younger people in the crowd all seem to look up to the team of the R.A.T Incorporated. A lot of role model activity going on here with these three young men. And very justly deserved. They're three of the finest individuals that I know. And definitely not only a credit to their sport, but a credit to all athletics as well. Scott Armstrong now battling out for some cheap shots by Paul Brown. And Brown going for the tag. He's getting no cooperation from his partners. I guess they don't want any part of his touch. Just wait a minute.
All right. That, I'll tell you what, Mr. Brown does not want to flare the temper of his partner, Rick Gibson, right now. I know that for sure.
Well, I know as the old saying goes, it's not whether you win or lose, but it's how you play the game. Apparently, Mr. Brown doesn't agree with that. But just as obviously, Rick Gibson and Michael Ragin do. Gibson now, collar and elbow, a clean break on the ropes from referee Larry Brock, well before the mandatory count. Rick Gibson now, a duck under, go behind a high weight lift takedown. And we see a little scrambling around on the mat. And those days in the gym have paid off for Scott Armstrong, too. He's really taken off with the amateur style of wrestling. You see more and more of it in his matches, Charlie.
Side headlock by Rick Gibson. Hip toss takedown on Scott Armstrong. Tag is made with Ragin.
Both men very cautious about tying up. They've already tested each other for balance and leverage and looked for weaknesses in his opponent, maybe a caked-up area somewhere. Armstrong took his man down. Ragin was right there to tag to Johnny Rich, and now we see high. Whoa! Both guys tried for the drop kick at the same time, and Johnny Rich may be stunned. I know Michael Ragin's having a hard time. Well,
wait a minute. Brown was the one that caught the tag from Ragin. Now he is resorting to some very, very low tactics, biting Johnny Rich. Rich, though, catches the right combination straight ahead on Brown, and the tag is made to the Tonga Kid. And he shows that he can mix it up with the best of them. The Tonga Kid going to work on Paul Brown. Throws his man to the ropes. There's that chop across the top of the chest. He looked like he wanted a tag, but no. Picks his man up a full body slam. The Tonga Kid now with the tag to Scott Armstrong as they dare his opponent to get back up off the mat. Look at this. Brown goes for the tag, but they're not having any of it. Oh, Scott Armstrong putting that boot high in the air, catching the top of the head of Paul Brown. Now Johnny Rich in. High. By Rich. Tag is made with a Tonga Kid. Ooh. We got him with that one. Body thrust off the top. 1, 2, 3. And a fantastic display of sportsmanship. Almost. There's pro wrestling at its finest, Charlie. That's what makes it a real pleasure to be associated with the sport. Seem to have a great group of athletes in the weighing ring, and all great sportsmen, that is, with the exception of Mr. Brown, who didn't fare so well in that particular situation.
Well, he brought it on his own self, I'm sure. Speaking of very important situations, there was a tag team match that took place recently in the arenas for the Southeastern Tag Team Championships that, frankly, have really opened up a can of worms because of the unusual circumstances that brought about the pinfall in this match.
Rick, this is the most unusual match that I have ever seen in my career of commentating professional wrestling or following professional wrestling. Most unique situation, and as you said, most interesting.
What's unique about it? We won. We're still champions.
Right.
That's all that matters.
And
Get into the
to see one man sacrifice a partner in order to maintain the championship
The difference
status.
between winning and losing is sacrifice. That's what's winners. That's why we're winners. That's why they're all losers. It's sacrificing.
All right, Mr. Anderson, let's go to the arena right now and take a look at what did take place for this Southeastern Tag Team Championship match.
We're not starstruck. We know how to win. We don't care who wins as long as we win the match. And that's all that really matters. We did win the match. How we did it really doesn't matter. Let me explain something to you, Charlie. Let me explain something to you, Rick. I grew up in wrestling. My family have always been winners. The Andersons have always been winners. Always, from day one. I know about tag matches. I grew up watching tag matches. Right here, we're in trouble. You see, we're in a little bit of trouble right here. Jerry's in trouble. Jerry's bleeding. Right here, we're in trouble. I saw an opportunity right here. Yeah, I've got to sacrifice Jerry a little bit. But look at the end. Watch the last part. The means justify the end. 1, 2, 3. We are winners. We have got these belts. Let me ask you something, Jerry. You got a nice pool. You got a satellite dish. You're driving 2 new cars. That's all because you're winners. These belts is the most important thing.
No, but I don't think you're in that much trouble.
Interesting.
Of losing the match. Right here, you see what it's all about. Our hands are raised. They're in the ring, losers. What about this?
I think you're leaving your partner, Mr. Anderson. He's on the side.
We thought he was behind us. We didn't know he was laying ringside. Oh, no, Charlie. We were just
Your partner is laying in the side of the ring, bleeding. You went to the dressing room.
I thought he was behind me. I didn't know he was right there. I didn't know. I thought he was right behind me. You see, I come back and I get my partner. I toted my partner out. Let me tell you something, Jerry. The reason I took you as a partner, besides you having wrestling ability, is because I think and I know you've got that killer instinct. Let me tell you something, Billy. This right here is what Mama wants.
But I didn't see the part where y'all left me. I know you come back and got me. But y'all didn't think about me when you left.
Jerry, let me explain something to you, brother. We're winners. We're champions. That's all that matters. Didn't we decide from the very first, when we first became partners, that this was our goal? This is our goal. We still got it.
I know that. Hey, I know the belts mean a lot. They mean a lot to me, too, but I don't think it's all necessary.
Jerry, let me tell you something. Have we not agreed? We have agreed that this is the most important thing to us. Besides our bodies, which look as good as they can possibly look, as everybody can tell, this is the most important thing to us.
Okay.
So your head's a little bit sore. So what? Your head will get over it. When you get over the hurt of losing these belts, I saw an opportunity, and I took it, and I'm a champion. I'm going to always be a champion.
Tag Team Champions Arn Anderson, Jerry Stubbs, their manager, Billy Spears, and we'll be right back in just a moment.
Birmingham's oldest local religious telecast, The Living Word, can now be seen each Sunday at 7 a.m. on Channel 21. It has been my privilege for the last 17 years to present simple Bible lessons on basic Bible themes. A popular segment of the program is devoted to answering questions sent in by our audience. We invite you to join us right here on WTCO this Sunday at 7 a.m.
For your TV needs, call 328-8736. For your stereo needs, call 328-8736. For your appliance needs, call 328-8736. For all your household needs, call 328-8736.
Quick TV and Appliance Rentals rent-to-buy plan can get you what you need today. Just call 328-8736. or visit 1506 2nd Avenue North, across from Sears.
Hi, I'm your old partner from Magic City Dodge, and here's the real thrill. This 1984 Dodge Charger, complete with a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty, a 5-speed transmission, can be yours for only $5,488. And believe me, it's got all the right moves. And this class act can definitely be seen at Magic City Dodge throughout the month of July. Deal just can't beat.
Monday night in Birmingham, a lot of issues up to be settled. Rick Gibson gets a shot at the Alabama state title of Boris Zurkoff. Plus, the Rat Patrol Incorporated in a 6-man tag that sees Jerry Stubbs, Arn Anderson, and Billy Spears.
Right now, Arn Anderson, Jerry Stubbs, we've been working out all week long, but we want to talk one thing right now about Ricky Gibson. Ricky, you've got a title shot with Boris here in the belt, but, brother, you know you can't win. You can't even beat me. How you going to beat this huge man? He's the champion. He's going to remain the champion. And when it's all over, then I'm going to step in the ring with my partners here. I've been working out all week long. And if y'all don't win, my friends, you will not get another championship match. So,
What's funny, Billy, did you tell him that once we get through destroying the Rat Patrol, we're going to let you tell him?
yeah, y'all beat him down, and I was going to cover him. 1, 2, 3.
Monday night in Birmingham, Alabama state title chance for Rick Gibson.
That's right. You know, I did hold that belt one time. It's a heck of a belt to hold. So I'm coming back to Birmingham one more time. Let's put that belt right back where it belongs, around my waist. And let me tell you something, Billy Spears. You stick your nose in that match, brother, and I'm going to just smash it the best way I can.
Speaking of Billy Spears, he'll have the tights on Monday night in that 6-man tag.
That's right. He's going to be in the 6-man. We're finally going to get him in the ring once and for all. But the most important part about it is they said, if we don't beat them, we won't get a title shot. Well, we're going to get another title shot because we're going to get them belts back. And all I got to say is we want to thank all the people from Birmingham for being behind us, and we just love you up there. Tell them that's exactly right. You know, everybody in Birmingham, I'm sure, just like the Rat Patrol, would love nothing better for us to take that Billy Spears in that crushed velvet tux and drag him all over that building. Well, we're going to get our shot. I've always heard it's better to be a has-been than it ever was. Well, Mr. Spears, I consider you a has-been now, and after Birmingham, you'll be a never was. And if Rick don't get you, the Rat Patrol will, baby.
Still to come in action on today's edition of Southeastern Television Wrestling, we'll be seeing the Universal Heartthrob, the Southeastern Heavyweight Champion, Austin Idol, in action. Right now, we're going to see him in action by means of
In the southeastern area here, I got a film showing me pinning Austin Idol not once, twice, but 3 times in the building, and I want to see it right now. The rest of all that film, because I want to show all these people that I've pinned Austin Idol. Look at me right there. I'm pulling Rip Rogers out of the ring right there. That's me in the yellow. The blonde hair and mother. That's me in the yellow right there. I take Austin Idol right there, and I slam Austin Idol. His leg in there. And I want to show all these people that Southeastern camera using the cheap equipment that it is. Using that cheap equipment, I'm beating that dog ass out of Austin Idol. And I don't pin him once. I don't pin him twice. I pin him 3 times. 3 times in the middle of the ring. Here you see me right now beating Austin Idol like the dog that he is. And I'm going to go for my famous wrestling leg lock right there. I've got ripped up. I mean, I got Austin Idol. He's giving up. Now watch what happens right here. Brenda Britton comes in to congratulate me because Austin Idol gave up. And what happened? What happened? Look at Austin Idol right there. Now the camera's good. He takes Brenda Britton and he's going to take aerosol spray and spray her in the face. He sprayed her in the face right there. And why does he do that? Because he is jealous. Because I am a universal heartthrob. I've already pinned him. He's already gave up. Look, I throw Austin Idol out of the ring right there. I throw him out of the ring, and I chase him all over that building. Look there, I nail Austin Idol right there. I hit him, and I throw him into the stick. It's going to go all the way over the wall, and you can't see because of the inferior quality of the Southeastern camera. I run Austin Idol into the wall right there, and now you can't see it. I've got Austin Idol pinned 1, 2, 3 right there, but you can't see it. Now I take Austin Idol again. I want to throw him into the ring, and I pin him again. 1, 2, 3. And all the people can't see it. Southeastern Wrestling's got the cheap cameras. Now look right now. I want everybody to see right now. I've taken Austin Idol. I beat him to a fault. I beat him twice in the middle of the ring. I'm
going to beat him one more time. Look, he runs. Austin Idol runs from me right there. Austin Idol's run from me.
Well, I'll tell you something.
Again?
All right, hold it.
There's too many people, another sellout crowd, and everybody, of course, Southeastern Wrestling Corp, they cut it off because I beat Austin Idol not once, but twice.
You'll not have that problem. Okay.
No, shut up. What's going down to, if somebody saw it, I'm going to take Austin Idol in a false count anywhere in the building. So that means I can beat Austin Idol at Dog's Barbecue if I want to. I can take him over and beat him in the parking lot. I can run in the bathroom and beat Austin Idol. I'm going to show all you people in the Southeastern area just who the baddest man in the Southeastern area is. And that Southeastern title will be mine. It'll be like Lujo. It'll be like Lucas. History all of. I'm the baddest man in this place.
I think the man is also insane that falls will count anywhere in the building. The Hustler Rip Rogers faces the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. Let's go to the ring for our main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is today's television main event. One fall TV time remaining. Now in the ring at 221 pounds, the Superstar. His opponent now making his way to ringside at 242 pounds. Las Vegas, Nevada. The Southeastern Heavyweight Champion, the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol.
The Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol, the Southeastern Heavyweight Champion, taking on the Superstar. And the only thing I have to say about Rip Rogers, the man is definitely, he and Miss Bitten have possibly been out in the sun too long.
Well, if he's looking for a career as a commentator, I think he might want to go back and practice a little bit more. He's having trouble identifying exactly who it is. In case anyone is confused, this is the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. There is only one, and there is no doubt about who he is. Idol now handing his robe to a ring attendant, squaring off for action against the Superstar. And a phenomenal turn of events. His very first night back in the Southeastern wrestling area, capturing the Southeastern Heavyweight Championship in Panama City, Florida. Since then, defending it all over the Southeastern area. And the roar of the crowd when Austin Idol walked into the arena with that Southeastern Heavyweight Championship belt around his waist, Charlie, is something I'll never forget.
I tell you what, Mr. Idol will be in the arena this week, if Mr. Rogers falls will count anywhere in the building. Collared elbow in the center of the ring. Superstar and Idol squaring off. No.
But to match strength with Austin Idol is something that very few men in pro wrestling like to try, and apparently we're seeing a little bit of the reason why right now. Idol now carrying on a conversation, a running diatribe with the fans here at the TV Sports Arena. Again, the superior upper body strength of the Universal Heartthrob powering the Superstar to the canvas. And you can just take a look at this man in the ring, and you can see the reason why he's captured the hearts of fans all over the Southeastern wrestling area. Very important match, as Charlie mentioned a couple of minutes ago. Falls count anywhere in the building with Hustler Rip Rogers. And it's because of the events that happened in that particular piece of videotape that we just saw that this match was signed. You can see why Austin asked for this kind of match, because the situation with Rip Rogers and some of the stunts he's pulled in the last couple of months there in the Southeast, I think it's about time for someone like Austin Idol with a little bit of psychology in the ring to dazzle the Superstar.
Takes the Superstar up, full body slam by Idol. Again, high in the air, full body slam. Puts his man, those ring ropes, and there's that knee coming off. This may be it. This may be it. Idol sweeps in, he posts the leg, crosses him over, and it's the Las Vegas leg lock.
The trademark hold of the Universal Heartthrob. And once that is securely applied, it has never been broken inside of the ring. And it's brought many, many titles to the belt and the waist of the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol.
Your winner of the match, the Southeastern Heavyweight Champion Austin Idol, will return with more action on Southeastern Television Wrestling.
The excitement of Southeastern Championship Wrestling returns to Birmingham Stillwell Auditorium this Monday night at 8:30. You'll see Rick McGraw take on Michael Ragin. Alabama state title as Rick Gibson challenges Boris Zurkoff. Texas Deathmatch when Jimmy Golden meets Vic Rain. Six-man tag, the R.A.T Patrol Incorporated take on Jerry Stubbs, Arn Anderson, and Billy Spears. Then the Southeastern title is on the line. Falls count anywhere in Dueling when the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol descends against Hustler Rip Rogers. And in the main event for the Continental Heavyweight Wrestling Championship, the Georgia Jawjacker challenges the Tennessee Stud Ron Fuller.
Champion TV and Appliance Rentals makes renting known quick and simple. Just stop by any neighborhood Champion store, and in just minutes, you're on your way with the TV, stereo, appliance, or furniture you want. It's quick and simple because there's no credit hassles and on-the-spot approval at Champion. Quick and simple because Champion has over 30 locations. Quick and simple because we make it easy to own when you rent to own from Champion TV and Appliance Rentals. Champion makes it easy to own. Champion.
For more than 60 years, Lee Rogers Tire has been serving the needs of Alabama mining, business, and industry, and cars like yours. This week, you get a free $100 savings bond when you buy 4 Unioil Steelers or Tiger Paw Plus steel-belted radial tires. That's right, a free $100 U.S. savings bond when you buy 4 of these selected sizes. And prices start at just $52.95. Plus, you can charge it 5 ways. And remember,
We don't want all the business. Just you.
Looking for a custom van, then shop. Look at Ford, GMC, Dodge, and Chevrolet. Compare conversions like Zimmer, Gerwin, Bivouac, and others, and be sure you get the lowest price. Shop, compare, and save. You can do all 3 only at George Sutherland in Tell City. We've got them all, and we're open Sundays 1 to 6.
You want the lowest price? See George Sutherland in Pearl City, because we really set prices.
Next July 1985, the community of Palmerdale in northeastern Jefferson County will be 50 years old, and the Palmerdale community is going to have a golden anniversary homecoming to remember. If you've ever lived in Palmerdale, be a part of the 50th homecoming celebration. Contact Chuck Wilson at 681-8888. That's Chuck Wilson, 681-8888. Help make Palmerdale's golden anniversary next year a real celebration.
The excitement of Southeastern Championship Wrestling returns to Birmingham Stillwell Auditorium this Monday night at 8:30. You'll see Rick McGraw take on Michael Ragin. Alabama state title as Rick Gibson challenges Boris Zurkoff. Texas Deathmatch when Jimmy Golden meets Vic Rain. Six-man tag, the R.A.T Patrol Incorporated take on Jerry Stubbs, Arn Anderson, and Billy Spears. Then the Southeastern title is on the line. Falls count anywhere in Dueling when the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol descends against Hustler Rip Rogers. And in the main event for the Continental Heavyweight Wrestling Championship, the Georgia Jawjacker challenges the Tennessee Stud Ron Fuller. Monday at Southwell Auditorium. Birmingham, falls count anywhere in the building when the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol puts the Southeastern Heavyweight Wrestling Championship on the line against Hustler Rip Rogers.
It's Birmingham, Alabama, and falls count anywhere. That means Austin Idol, I can pin you on the 50-yard line at Leach's Field. It means I can pin you on Highway 65 going towards Montgomery. It means I can pin you on the floor, in the bathroom, in a concession stand, down at McDonald's. I can pin you at the fairgrounds in the middle of Bow Wow Auditorium. It don't matter. And Austin Idol, the so-called Universal Heartthrob, I'm going to prove to everybody in Birmingham, Alabama, that I'm the real Universal Heartthrob, and I'm going to show everybody why I'm the baddest man in the southeastern area. Woo! Let me just say something, Jawjacker. I hope you're out there watching Bob Armstrong. Well, maybe the lawyers can't get it done, but I can get it done. And Birmingham, I hate Birmingham and everybody that comes and sits in the building to begin with. But I'm going to be there, and I'm not saying about the belt. You ain't going to see the belt, much less wear the belt. You may have gotten me into this match, but you're going to have to be the one to get yourself out of it. Jawjacker bullet, Bob.
Monday night Continental
For the
title.
first time in Birmingham, you picked me, now beat me, big boy. Don't worry, Bob Armstrong will be sitting first row ringside watching me kick your butt. Wrestling's the name of the game. The Jawjacker's my name, so when I get you in there, I'm going to prove what I've been saying a long time. You ain't no Tennessee stud. You're just a jackass, and you belong in front of a plow. And it'll be the first time the Continental title's ever been defended in Birmingham, and it'll be the last time you'll ever defend it because the Jawjacker will wear it out. Birmingham, Magic City, Monday night. Look out. Jacking jaws and backtracking. It's time for it, brother.
Southeastern title on the line Monday night as well. Falls count anywhere.
You know, I love excitement in Armstrong because it kind of gears me up, too. You know, I hear Rip Rogers running his mouth. He talks a big game. Well, Don, I can prove with my mouth. I can back it up, Don, because you look at the record books.
east to west and north and south. I have knocked them all off. The Road Warriors, Terry Funk, Dusty Rhodes, Dory Funk, and I'm going to teach you one thing, Doris. I heard him say, I'm going to be in the book of Who's Who in Wrestling. After I beat all tonight, well, you're going to be in the book, all right. It's going to be in the book of Who's Who, not Who's Who. It don't make no difference. In the ring, out of the ring, in the parking lot, down, I'm going to teach you one thing. Why they call me the women's pet and the men's regret. And Monday night, you're going to find out why I'm carrying this belt right here, Jackson.
Great lineup coming to television next week.
Plus, coming to the southeastern area in the very near future, look for the appearance of one of the legends of the sport of pro wrestling, Mr. Wrestling #2.
And it'll be interesting to see what takes place in the arena. Six-man tag action involving Billy Spears this week. The Continental title will be defended, we know now.
And next week here on Television Wrestling, you'll see Jimmy Golden and Bob Armstrong wrestling live on TV 1 week from today.
It's going to be something to see next week on Southeastern Television Wrestling. As we said, make your plans to go to the arena. A lot of great action taking place there this week. Continental title, Alabama title on the line. Rick Gibson returning. And, of course, six-man tag action, a host of action in the arena. We'll see you next week right here.